Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So you might have seen a lot of articles recently flying about and telling the people to prepare for the 72-hour kids. And myself, in fact, I actually done a video a couple of days back where we heard the Europeans been told to prepare and for people to have 72 hours of emergency food and other things. We even laughed about it because saying, well, 72 hours is 3 days. Is pretty much nothing and not really going to help you in a huge emergency. And little did I know, guys, that the things that I keep seeing coming out is actually no longer relevant to the European Union, but in fact are relevant to the UK. When I've seen these articles coming up, I'm just kind of scrolling through, not realizing there is another lot coming out now telling us in UK to prepare. And the same thing of having 72-hour kids. I actually had a couple of emails from some of you saying because few things changed to what they're suggesting. So for me to look into that, which we'll cover later on. So nonetheless, right, there's tons and tons of articles about, and pretty much every single news outlet's covering it, okay? Things like Brits urge to prepare 72-hour survival kit over the fears of Russian sabotage. Brits urge to prepare 3-day survival kit as spies warn Putin is plotting to sabotage gas pipeline and cause blackouts. UK must prepare for war, warns former spy chief. Britain's urge to prepare 72-hour survival kit is Putin plots sabotage gas pipelines again, that kind of thing. So I'm like, okay, we've been around there before. This already has happened, and people blamed certain countries. In fact, there was somebody else. Nonetheless, the point is, okay, so Britain has, or UK has already introduced the resilience program, which we covered at the end of last year. For any of you who are not aware, there's a whole website, which I'll put the link down below, that the UK designed for a preparedness, is to make people aware and prepare for all sorts of eventualities. And again, I covered this on the videos last year. But, okay, this thing seems to be totally different. Again, the EU have been telling people to prepare a 72-hour kit as an emergency, just pretty much to get it in line with everybody else. This is why we did this in UK, to again, tell people and get in line with everybody else, so everybody genuinely will have a little bit of the preparedness. But now, forgive me for being a little bit confused, why are they suddenly targeting the 72 hours and specifically talking about the pipeline? Yes, apparently somebody spotted the submarine around the area, so it automatically suddenly kind of looks like it's blown out of the proportion, or apparently somebody telling that this is what's going to be happening. So first of all, fine, we're talking about the power outages because, it's not going to be enough power if they cut the pipeline, that kind of thing. That's fine. But again, for anybody or everyone with a common sense, we understand that 72 hours, again, is very little, and preparedness for the 72 hours or longer, in fact, which it will be if we don't have enough power, the preparedness will include far more than the 72 hours and not necessarily the things they're suggesting. So another thing to me is the specific pictures and things they are using, and when they're writing the articles, are kind of really showing the really dystopian things that are not particularly relevant, okay, to the gas pipeline, if you see what I'm coming from. I even seen one of the typical articles, and they pictured the kits of the stuff that they say that you should have, which is, again, was very poor and, again, not very relevant to what's going on. So now we're coming back to the titles of those things. They're saying, not the fact is we're talking about the gas pipelines, but they talk, the thing that they're telling you that the Brits have been told, the Brits have been warned, that kind of thing. Have you been told anything? I don't think so. I certainly haven't been told anything. So first thing I did, I had a look on the government resilience website to see whether there's in fact any updates specifically aimed at the lack of power. Well, of course, there's nothing there. So we know that every single news outlet have their agenda that they need to push because they're told to push that kind of agenda. So why they're telling us that we've been told, in fact, where we have not been told? Generally, in all those countries, like with the Europe been telling people to prepare, over the course of the past few months, people been receiving leaflets. It's been in public eye from the government, and people physically been receiving things. So for us, okay, in the news outlets saying we've been told, where exactly have we been told? The only thing we see now is bunch of titles, bunch of, not say conspiracies, in fact, of what's going to be happen. Or is it really conspiracy, or are they really preparing us for something? So the first initial thing, again, the 72 hours, it means absolutely nothing. In this kind of instance, we need a preparedness for a long term. And the long-term preparedness for without power is going to be totally different, again, to the things that are suggested. Again, if you have been with my channel from the beginning, really, we've been covering certain things, including the WEF. And if you're aware, things like you own nothing, you be happy, you know what I mean. If you're not, then I strongly suggest you kind of do a little bit of research to understand what the agenda WEF have in mind. And unfortunately, you can actually even read a book by the Mr. Schwab. But nonetheless, there is the things that are going on there. And I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theories per se, but isn't that the perfect way, okay, of just doing that and then blaming this on somebody else? We already know, generally, government do little tests with the little things. Again, I'm not going to go into details. If you know, you know. They do things to see the reactions of people. And yes, things already happened with the Heathrow, and that again turned out to be a little bit of a blow because things are now coming out, the truth now coming out a little bit. So to me, knowing really what I know and with the plan and the whole agenda, I'm like thinking, okay, is there really going to be now happening? Are they potentially going to just turn the switch and then blame it on something? Because don't forget, okay, whatever the government will try always to do, they need an excuse, okay? They needed to blame this on something, because if they do it, government or people will in fact potentially turn against them. But if there's an excuse, people are like, oh dear, that's happened, it's somebody else's fault, that kind of thing, if you see where I'm coming from. So my thoughts are a little bit like, okay, it's a little bit of grey area there for many things. Like I said, the really totally misleading pictures they're using, the things about potential spies and potential submarine, which they only have like one picture of, that kind of thing, which is a little bit iffy. But nonetheless, right, I am going to do the video for you guys later on, which we're going to cover the preparedness for the long term without the power, because I covered this before as a prepper. We cover a lot of eventualities, but this is, to me, just doesn't kind of sit right, okay? Because probably deep inside, I'd say a little bit worried, because even as a prepper, however prepared you are, I think if you're faced with potential inconvenience of having no power for weeks or months on end, or really having a severe power rationings, that it's really not something we're all looking forward to. So I will do the video because a few extra things I learned for the past couple of years, a few things I acquired for the past couple of years. So I'm going to do the video, and we're going to try to kind of shine a little bit of light on the preparedness for a long term. So there we are, guys. I really would like to hear what you guys got to say, if you have any sort of suspicions. Because another thing, sorry, one of you actually mentioned, or a couple of you mentioned, in fact, the things that after I did the review on the foldable multi-tool that included a knife, some of you said that apparently actually government told us that we should have a pocket knife or knife in our emergency kit, which before it has not been mentioned. So again, a little bit strange considering they're preparing us for the power outages, and yet they're telling us to get some knives and foldable knives, that kind of thing, which is a little bit strange. Anyway, nonetheless, guys, your comments are always welcome down below. Please don't forget thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye.